Quick update. Not been a very happy 2 weeks, but there has been progress since the last video I made on the progress for self-reliance. Let's get stuck into that. Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm really grateful that you spend some of your time, you give up some of your time to watch me ramble sometimes. Okay. I would love to give you a voiceover video with lovely images of everything that's been going on, but we're doing what I say I hope you would do, is just get stuck in, prepared or not. Okay, first things first. It's been 2 weeks since I posted because, well, it has been almost 2 week gaps between videos anyway, probably just because I have another channel as well. But 2 weeks specifically because it's been almost 2 weeks since the last video. 2 days later, we had to take Buttons to the vet, my dog, our dog, because she'd been ill for a while. She's been getting on. She's been a geriatric dog, full of the usual aging aches and pains and issues, but for 2 weeks, almost over a week actually, not 2 weeks, 2 weeks, a week before that last video, we took our dog to the vet because she had quite a severe and sudden nosebleed, and it didn't stop. It slowed down, but for another week after that, she kept having nosebleeds, and we were doing washing of her bedding almost daily and mopping up all over the house. So the nosebleed wouldn't stop, and the vet said that there was something growing in her mouth, but without x-ray she couldn't tell what it was. But with a week later, that's almost 2 weeks ago, the vet had said that the growth had grown in 1 week quite a lot. It was huge, and whatever it was corroding the blood vessels, and it was not going to get any better. Her breathing was terrible. So, long horrible story short, it was time to say goodbye, because she, poor girl, was really suffering and anemic and in pain, because she was constantly crying all the time. A silent cry, didn't make any noise, but she was crying all the time. Poor girl. Yeah, so we had to say goodbye, and the most horrible feeling. Yeah, we're not going to have any more. I mean, it's difficult for us because we've had dogs all our lives long. In our childhood homes, adult homes, we've always had a dog. They're part of our family, but we've just now, it's just one more saying goodbye to a pet. This is one too many. We can't do it anymore. But so, I mean, we could be wallowing in self-pity and feelings of guilt and loss, and just stay there, but we didn't. We have our moments every time. We still come into the room expecting to see her in her bed, expecting to see her greet us in the morning. We still, intend to let her out to the garden at night before we go to bed. We still call her randomly when we drop an item of food or something. She's like, right, Vax, come clean it up. But no. And then when we walk in from visiting others with dogs, expecting her to be all over us, sniffing us to see where we've been and what we've been doing, or how we've betrayed her because we've been with other dogs. Yeah, so that's a trigger, but I'm sure over time that will ease. It did with our last dog, who died as well from cancer. And it takes very many years to stop getting triggers, but it just means that we love them so dearly. They're part of our family. And so instead of focusing on the horrible negative things, as I've been trying to explain in most of my videos on this channel so far, that we try to focus on the positive and the good, and we don't ignore the negative because they're real, they're there, but we choose to respond rather than react, to treasure the positive, accept, use, utilize, make the most of the negative and the worst, and see what we could do to make it the best. So we have some memorabilia to remind us of buttons and good memories. We focus on those, and our conversations are focused on the wonderful good things about her. Yeah, so that is that on that. That's why it's not been a jolly joyful 2 weeks. There's been jolly joyful moments when I'm spending time with my grandchildren. But yeah, oh, and we did go to a funeral of a friend as well, so that was also quite, it was a beautiful funeral, lovely. Back to the self-reliance. I actually figured out, so if you are trying to, okay, let me start a new video. I'll finish this one, I'll post it, and then I'll make another one on the self-reliance thing, because I think there's two different subjects here we need to separate out. So instead, on this video, we're talking about buttons and the passing of our dog. I want to focus on treasuring the wonderful moments of life and the people who come into our lives, characters who come into our lives, human or otherwise, who make wonderful memories with us, and treasure them, and not to ignore the negative, but to make the most of it, to choose to respond rather than react, which is difficult in the moment of the crisis, but it's possible. So that's what I'd like you to take from that short video, and I'll come back to you on the self-reliance. So if you have been following my other videos and you would like to see more, then please do pop in, to give us a like, subscribe, share it, because that really helps. I appreciate your support, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Do take care, folks. Bye-bye.